real quick, we're doing a little gimmick episode, I guess, where Alexa has no idea what's about to happen. But we figured it'd be funny to see how long it takes him to notice that Daniel is not allowed to use the pronoun I, and I am only allowed to ask questions. My sentences have to end in a question mark. So we'll see if Alex notices at all ever. I'm betting he doesn't, but you never know. Good luck, Daniel.
Cool. Thank you, dude. Good luck to you.
Yeah. All right. Let's start this shit.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dialogue Tree. This is episode 34. My name is Daniel Padilla, and as always, my wonderful friend Matthew 3-Ball 2-Sphere Peterson is here with me.
And it's not just us, is it, Daniel?
No, I believe we have another guest. Do you want to introduce yourself, guest?
Hey guys, my name's Alex. Thank you so much for having me back.
How you doing, Alex? How's it going?
I'm doing good. I've been busy with work, which I feel very lucky.
On the scale of 1 to 30, how busy would you rate yourself to be?
Probably around a 25.
Oh shit, dude, that's quite high.
Good. What was up with that range though?
Dude, just go with it, man. It's totally arbitrary, man.
So what else have you been up to, Alex, besides specifically work?
Nothing. It's just been consuming my life right now. Well, I guess I've been playing a little bit of Pokemon.
Really?
The DLC just came out. For Sword. Pokemon Sword.
Oh, you play Sword? Oh shit! I didn't know you played Sword. Nice. Mm-hmm. How do you like it?
I really like it. I really do. It's such a throwback. I had a lot of fun playing it, and they just introduced like a DLC too for it. And I think the DLC was pretty worth it because it was only like $30, and you get 2 new islands. You got one like last week, and then you're gonna get another one in sometime like August or something.
So Owen was talking about maybe getting it. You'd recommend it to him?
So my only bad thing to say about it is that the story itself and like the areas that you can explore in just the game itself is kind of small.
Okay.
And kind of like I felt like they were holding my hand throughout the whole game. Whereas in like Emerald, which is like the last Pokemon game I played,
right?
It was more free world, and they didn't really like tell you where to go.
Right. I guess they just kind of threw you in the old ones, right?
Yeah, and you had to kind of like find your way and like talk with everyone to figure out what to do next.
So yeah, that's super interesting.
This one, it felt like they were holding my hand throughout the whole thing.
Gotcha.
Are there like quest markers?
Yeah, there are.
Oh shit, dude.
But what really made me happy was the DLC. They basically is introducing like a new area that you can explore, and they brought back a whole bunch of Pokemon.
So you have a Nintendo Switch now. What else do you play on it? Anything else?
Rocket League.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I've been carrying Mr. Frank Pizza and Nick Kirshner.
You really feel comfortable saying that on recording after what happened last time?
That doesn't sound like what people have been telling me. To be honest,
I don't know if you can trust Matt after he said like he crushed me in League of Legends.
Oh shit!
So. What else can I say when an impartial referee gave the ruling? Like, how are you going to disagree with the ref?
I would. 3-0. That's a little hard to disagree with.
Are you going to be getting Pokemon League of Legends?
No, I'm not.
That was going to be my next question.
I saw it and it kind of looks bad.
No way, dude. It looks pretty like how. Why do you think it looks bad? I'm just kidding. Because I don't play. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Let me figure out a way to word.
You okay?
Let me figure out a way to word.
Alex, you're familiar with League of Legends, so
okay. So
couldn't you give us like a comparison? Yeah.
So there used to be a mode in League of Legends that kind of looks like the League of Legends Pokemon, where you have to, it's like a giant circle and you have to go to these different points and capture them. I don't
Oh,
know if
okay.
you ever played that.
I played for like a week. This was Dominion you're talking about, right?
Yeah, Dominion. That's exactly. So it kind of reminds me of that, and I never really had a lot of fun playing that.
Well, wasn't that game mode removed because it took like 2 hours to find a game?
Yeah, no one really
Because no one
played
was
it
playing
for
it.
that.
Yeah, gotcha.
People, you would use it to like play hide and seek.
Oh
Really?
no, dude, that sounds
Yeah.
dumb. Um,
So
so the issue is that not a lot of Pokemon has been played in my lifetime, nor League of Legends. So it's hard to understand why you would think it's bad. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
I mean,
within that game mode that you're talking about within League of Legends, like I understand why it wouldn't be popular because you have the regular League of Legends game mode, but then like Pokemon is just the one game mode. You know what I'm saying?
it's definitely fun to think about that you can use like the Pokemon moves as
Right.
you want and not like on a turn-based kind of thing. So that
Right.
does seem like fun, but the game mode that they showed doesn't seem too interesting. If they had a
Okay,
different,
that's
like
fair.
you had your base
Right.
attacking somebody else's base, that
Right. Right.
seems a little bit more interesting.
Yeah. The thing is that the thing is that fuck. Sorry, I'm having issues here.
Alex, what? How do you think the control will be like having played League with the mouse? Like, what do you think it's going to translate
Oh,
to on Switch?
I don't think it's gonna be that hard. I think it's you're just gonna
Really?
just use controllers. Kind of like the old style games where you're kind of like you're looking from a top down, like a bird's eye view,
You mean
right?
like StarCraft?
Kind of like that, but with less things to manage and micromanage, right?
I guess so. But don't you think without using like a mini map or something, it'll be hard to snap around?
Oh, true. I don't know. It's still like beta testing, right?
It hasn't been released yet at all. Like
Yeah, it
no
hasn't
one
been
can play
released.
yet.
Yeah. So who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah, who knows? They're probably gonna do a lot of changes to it anyway
So
before it
I
comes
guess
out.
what interests me as someone who just doesn't play any really like strategy type games like at all is precisely what you said, right? Just being able to control a Pokemon like freely and use all their moves and stuff, and like a sort of like arena. Looking at the gameplay, it's hard for me to tell whether it looks good or bad. It's just to me, it's just like a game that'll allow you to do just that, right? Like play freely with your Pokemon in an arena, and that seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, but it seems like it could be fun. I just have a thing for the game mode that they showed.
Right. That's fair. That makes sense.
What's it like in California right now?
It's nice. It's warm here. It's just the numbers are going up really fast. That's the
In terms of
scary
what?
thing. The
The
coronavirus?
virus? Oh shit, dude,
Yeah.
for real?
Yeah, the numbers are going back up really fast, and I can
Because
understand why, because I'll go to like a restaurant to just like pick up food,
yeah,
and you'll see people sitting outside with their masks off, like sitting like right next to each other, not 6 feet
no
apart.
way, dude. Still,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's crazy because I remember California. Shit, it's crazy because California was definitely the state that was hit the hardest, like right at like right at the beginning, right? So it's just hard to hear that numbers are still
Yeah,
spiking up.
and I was actually surprised to hear that Texas, they're actually thinking about shutting down again before California has. Like they're slowing down their reopening, and I think they
Right?
closed their bars back down.
Shit, dude.
Maybe you think they actually saw the results?
I guess, but they're also the ones that were like yelling, "I don't care about grandma. Like let's
Come
save the
on, man. Yeah,
economy."
what the fuck, dude? It's
So yeah,
crazy how people are so reluctant to wear a goddamn stupid face mask, dog. Like,
oh yeah. Before this, I was actually watching a small clip about people in Florida refusing to wear masks.
So
yeah, yep.
how much could this
Yep.
inconvenience you really?
But people go
Exactly.
crazy, man. People think it's like propaganda, like Satanist propaganda that are just trying to take away your freedoms and shit like that. And just it's a piece of fabric on your face, you know. Like if anything, it's just you being thoughtful of the
Right.
people around you,
Yeah.
you know. Like, and it's not going to last forever. Like ideally, right? Like this is only like a temporary thing, like a
Yeah.
very very real thing. Things are closing back up here. I don't know how much you've heard about how much you've been keeping in touch with how things are here in Central America, Alex. But Honduras tried to do like the intelligent reopening again. It's intelligent reaperture, some might say, a couple of weeks ago. But we're having like the highest spike of new coronavirus cases daily now, and so like the intelligent reopening basically only lasted like a week, and now everyone's Tegucigalpa for sure definitely closed back up like again totally. And San Pedro Sula is looking to take like the same steps either next week or the week after that because things are just not getting better. And supposedly, like our hospitals here have just ran out of space to like hold people.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think it's just people are tired of being locked up, and when they hear,
Of course, of
oh,
course.
we're opening up, they just let loose without really
Right.
thinking,
Mm.
and
Right.
that's where it comes from.
Right.
Yeah, and I know like in El Salvador, we're having kind of a different problem. We're kind of like our problem is kind of the opposite, where our president down in El Salvador,
Yeah.
is trying to become a dictator.
Really?
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
How so?
Basically, he's trying to kind of like a mini Trump where he uses Twitter to
To
talk to
engage
the
with people and
people.
shit like that. Yeah.
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 Even like The Economist, they came out with an article calling him like the millennial dictator
No
because
way, dog. For real?
he's like 30 something and he became president a few years ago.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Is
hmm
that even allowed?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I don't know what the age limit is for it, but he won by a large margin because most of his stuff was done like on Twitter. But right now he's been just trying to keep the government, like the whole country shut down.
Right.
And he's funneling a lot of money into the country and spreading it out to the people. The problem with that is like, and I'm sure you know this too, that like the countries in Central America aren't as rich as the countries US or China,
Of
right?
course.
So
Yeah.
we're kind of wondering, he's not collecting any taxes and he's spending all this money.
So how is that
Where's it coming
sustainable? Yeah.
from?
How's is that
Yeah,
sustainable? Right.
exactly. So we're all really worried about that, and
Yeah, shit, dude.
he's getting like in a lot of Twitter fights, and they had like
Right.
a really bad quarantine camp.
When people were coming back into the country?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. But the quarantine camps were so bad, like there would be people like lying down next to each other. So even if one person had it and the other didn't, they would
Everyone in the
eventually
camps
get
with
it.
the
Yeah, and like the
right.
food wasn't good. Yeah, and they had like sewage problems. So
Right. Shit, dude.
yeah.
That sounds horrible. So what pisses me off is this, right? Like it's evident that he's doing something. Like there's been a lot of pictures of him in the new hospital that he's reopening. And like
hmm
sure, no one knows where the money for that may be really like coming from. And like opening a hospital is always going to be a good thing to do supposedly, right? Especially
hmm
during these times. But like people, and especially people here in Honduras, seem to just like seem to hold him at like a weird kind of pedestal, which just kind of pisses me off, right? Because sure, politicians can do things that like look good, but like there's always so much shit that goes on behind the curtains. You know what I mean? That
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
that like it's hard for me to understand how someone can praise a politician because there's just so much shit that people don't really know about at all.
Oh yeah. Oh, like, do you guys know the first Spider-Man movie, like the one with Tobey Maguire, where he's like
That's the
catching
best fucking
the
movie, dude.
train?
Do I?
Where, yeah, he catches a train with a spider web.
That's the yeah. Of
There
course,
were like
that's
a
the
lot of
second one.
memes of him, like doing that. Like they would put his face on Spider-Man, like holding back the train and saving everyone. Yeah,
Right, whatever, dude. Like
yeah,
whatever. Like there's no way that he's not like a prodigal son or anything. You know, he's just another dude. That's the issue, right? When people like start putting figures like him on a pedestal, it just pisses me off. As much as they could be doing things that look good as a politician, yeah, that's the issue, right? Like our politicians here is the issue. Our politicians here have like gotten us used to them being garbage. That like when a politician just shows up and kind of does their work, kind of does the work that they're supposed to be doing. Like everyone just fucking puts them on a pedestal.
if you look at El Salvador's history, out of the past 5 presidents we've had, 3 or 4 of them are going to jail.
No shit, dude, for real.
Yeah, for like money
No idea.
laundering and
Right.
other stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So I guess when there's someone who comes up who like at least gives off the impression that he's doing something good, people will just go crazy about them, right?
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
I don't know. I don't like that shit, but like I mean I can understand it, I suppose.
If you have good PR, you don't actually have to do any policy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now he's just trying to work his way around Congress and trying to get rid of the checks and balances that they have on him so that
God
he can
damn,
do
dude.
whatever he wants.
Right.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
Yep.
But moving away from politics and coronavirus, Alexander
Mhm.
Hamilton, there is a question for you.
What is it?
Have you ever woken up with a limb completely numb in the middle of the night, or just after like a nap or something? Has that ever happened to you?
Yes.
You want to talk? You don't want to talk us through that experience?
I mean, it's kind of like when I was with my ex, she fell asleep on my arm.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where my arm is underneath her and I can't
Right.
feel it, and I don't
Right.
know if it's like still alive, and I don't want to wake her up.
Right.
So it's kind of like those things like you try to shimmy it out without like
yeah,
waking her up.
yeah.
I
No.
don't know if that's like what you had in mind when you asked that question.
Well, kind of. So the issue is that one night during this week, my foot went completely numb while, sleep.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
So I
Are you like concerned?
I can't say. Fuck. Okay. Hold on, dude. Give me a second, dog. Let me recollect myself. I'll be right back. I'll be right
Was this
back.
going somewhere? Alex, you've been to the gym recently.
I have. I go at 6 in the morning.
How is the policy? I want to compare to here. How is the policy there?
So they had to do a deep clean before they even opened up. And I know that like I don't go to Equinox, but I know like Equinox, they can only go to that gym by appointment.
Oh, really?
And yeah, that's how bad it is for them right now. For me, since I go at 6 in the morning, I'm kind of free to do whatever I want because there's almost nobody there. Yeah, it's almost normal at my gym.
I only went once. I woke up. I said, "What day is it?" Oh, it's Father's Day, isn't it? Don't you think there's no way any dads will be going to the gym, right? Shouldn't it be
Yes,
empty?
and people would probably be celebrating with their family anyway.
I went there and it's like, how is this open? Like, how is the government allowing to be open with no
A fucking gym.
no difference in the standards?
Oh yeah.
So
So
it's good that it's different
But
there, but it just doesn't seem like it's like that here, right?
I mean,
right.
I've walked by some Pilates studios, and what they do is they put like these sheets, like these plastic sheets between like the Pilates machines.
So where I wanted to take the previous question that I asked is
Okay.
fuck, damn it. So where that conversation was going was that yes, my foot felt more asleep than it ever has before, while and so I can't say this, dude. Matt, can you help me, man?
So I don't know where you're going with this.
It's just nothing could be felt, right? Like my leg and my foot, everything below like my knee would not move like at all. And like
You were legitimately concerned, right? Is what happened?
yeah, yeah.
Like you couldn't feel
Because
your
it's okay.
foot, and it was just the middle of the night, and you're like, "Oh my god, am I gonna lose my foot?" Am I right?
That's dude, that's exactly it. Right. And nothing could be felt, right? Like scratching it or poking it, nothing. Right. And it would not move either. And and yeah, so it was weird because it took a really, really long time for everything to go back to normal.
How
Like
long did it take?
dude, anywhere between 5 to 10 at least that's how long it felt, like anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. And like so no shift, no weight could even be shifted on my leg because I would because it would just kind of like fold over.
It,
Oh,
so you were just like worrying, right?
that
There
kind
was
of
no
sounds like
there was no strength. Like there was no strength in my leg even. Like not only would it not move or not only would it not feel anything, there was no strength in my leg.
Was it warm to the touch?
No, I can't just I well, it's impossible to say.
Daniel. Have you ever had a sleep paralysis?
Yeah, that's happened. Used
Oh,
to
you think
happen.
it could be that, right?
Used
I mean,
no, well, this is different because it was just like I was sleeping in a weird fuck. It's just because my leg was in a weird position,
got
and
it.
so blood flow just kind of got messed up. But sleep
Okay.
paralysis has definitely been experienced as well, a couple of times in my lifetime, which is very, very scary. Have you had that? Have either of you ever had that shit?
I never told you about it.
I don't remember.
I mm, I've only had it once, so it's like not that big a deal for me, right? And it wasn't like I wasn't thinking they're like, oh my god, what's happening? It just I was like, why can't I move?
You were just dealing with it. Yeah, yeah. You were just like processing it.
And then it just kind of passed. And I
Right.
was like, what the hell was that? And then years later, I found out about sleep paralysis, and I was like, "Oh my god, was that what happened to me?"
Right. Oh, so you were able to like remember when you learned about sleep paralysis, you like remembered this one time where that kind of happened to you.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what happened, right?
Right. Alex, how about you, dude?
I've never had sleep paralysis.
It's weird. So like though I mean I that there okay, don't really know what the deal with that is, but the way that Matt, help me out here, dude.
Wait, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that it wasn't like what happened to you just now, or something
Right.
different?
No, no. Defining it is kind of where what I'm trying to do. Right. So
Oh, I
like,
mean, I know what it is.
is it just like your muscle tone? You just becoming conscious, and then your muscle tone have not really like turned itself back on, kind of deal.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Like you're
basically
conscious, but you don't have muscle tone yet.
you wake up, but your body hasn't woken up yet.
Right. Is there
Yeah.
any reason in particular why that happens sometimes? Do you know?
No one knows. What does happen to me is when I'm falling asleep, sometimes my random body parts will just jerk.
Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just like a really
Really?
strong twitch. Yeah.
That happens to me too. Not very often, but it's certainly often enough that I like that. Fuck. Certainly often enough that it's noticeable.
Yeah, I think it's because like your body's just falling asleep too fast
Mm.
and your brain's just checking to make sure that the limb is still alive. in
Right.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think that,
Yeah,
yeah.
the human body's a strange thing.
but yeah, that's where my leg fell asleep really badly this week was really fucking scary, dude. And everything went back to normal like really quickly, right? But like for those 5 to 10 minutes or whatever, it's really fucking scary, dog. It's just like, all right, my leg is just gone forever type sensation, you know?
But you got to be careful. You can pinch a nerve if you keep on doing that.
Yeah, right. Because you can't feel it, so you're very likely
Yeah.
to like hit it or hurt it or whatever. You won't even notice.
and that like permanently messes up your leg.
It could,
You,
depending on
could.
how hard you hit it.
Back at Clark, there was this guy in my martial arts club. He fell asleep on a plane, and he had his like elbow on the armrest, and he fell asleep with it there. And when he woke up, he had it there in such a weird position. He pinched a nerve on it, and he
What?
couldn't use
Yeah,
his arm. He couldn't use his like elbow or arm, so he had to go through
Ever?
like therapy. No, he got it back, but he was
You have
going
to go
through
through
like
therapy.
therapy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit, that sounds insane.
That's actually really dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are we ready to head into hot takes, or did anyone else have like something in mind they want to bring up?
No hot take has been prepared on my side, man. Fuck, I keep forgetting to do that. Fuck. Alexander Hamilton, do you have a
I mean, I guess I kind of told Matt it.
Hot take alert.
Basically, I think Pokemon's a great game, but I think it's fucked up.
Right, you did say this to me, Ed. Could you please expound on that statement?
So okay, so you said you think it's a great game, but you also think it's fucked up. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think it's a fucked up game.
How so, dude? Like morally?
Yeah, morally.
Nice. Okay. How so? You want to elaborate?
Basically, Pokemon is about alternate reality. 10-year-old kids are encouraged by their parents and by the government to go around catching wild animals to fight with each other and gain money by doing so. And the reason I say it's supported by the government is because you basically have free healthcare. They heal your Pokemon for free.
Are you complaining about free healthcare?
No, I'm not. I'm saying that the government's encouraging the kids to do this.
Well, don't you think if there was a world that already had free healthcare and it was discovered that these like beasts are sentient and capable of speech, wouldn't extend to them as well?
Well, you're just forcing them to fight with each other, and if you don't like them, you put them in like your computer and let them collect dust there.
You've left a few in the box, right?
In the computer,
Yeah.
right? That's fucking weird.
Yeah, what does that
Right?
mean? What does that mean? Just
I
to
don't
be
know
in the
what it
computer,
means.
how does that work?
Right. And you can transfer
Right.
them like between PCs, right? Like you can put them in a PC in like Pallet Town and then go to like a couple towns over and you can like recover them.
Yeah, does the PC like de-atomize them and turn them into data and then reconstruct them?
Are they are Pokemon Digimon?
But
Shit.
I watched a YouTube video. This guy switched it around. He made the characters in the game Pokemon, and he made like Pokemon trainers. So you're like Pikachu, and like Professor Oak is Mew. And whenever you go in the grass or you're like starter Pokemon, it's like the trainers or the gym leaders.
Is this like really Pokemon social commentary or is it just a meme though?
No, it's real. It's a real
Oh,
video.
God.
He modded the game to do that. The like Squirtle is like the water type gym leader.
Does that actually prove your point about it being messed up though? Is that really like an
Yeah,
equivalent comparison?
because like what he was doing is like they were going around throwing people and having the people fight with each other.
Daniel, break the tie. What do you think?
Sorry, dude. It's so hard to do this that like the fuck that like
Okay.
Daniel, what is going on with you today?
nothing, dude. It's hard to say. I mean, I do agree that like it's the concept of it is weird, right? Of having just having really really young kids be encouraged to like fight with these animals that they just find in the wilderness, right? And how there seems to be like a whole economy that revolves around this shit. And it's weird too because some people use them as like like Ash's mom has a Mr. Mime that she uses basically as like a maid for like fucking free. So what does that mean for like people who rely on maid work for like an income? Do they just not have jobs anymore because anyone can just get a fucking Mr. Mime?
And I believe we talked about this before, but how messed up is it that Mr. Mime eats out of a dog food bowl on the floor?
Yeah, that is fucked up, dude. That is fucked up.
That's true.
Alexander Hamilton,
Yes.
have you heard the can't stop farting story before?
Dude, why are you bringing this up?
No, I have not.
Matt, do you wanna add something before we tell Alexander Hamilton about this?
Don't you think I should give my hot take first?
Oh, sure, right. Right. You had a hot take right.
Okay, so basically, my hot take is: what's the deal with gamers hating on NASCAR drivers?
That's a thing.
Well, wouldn't you agree that NASCAR is generally looked down upon as a sport, especially by gaming online circles, or just online circles in general?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was looked down by gamers. I thought it was just in general.
Just in general, yeah. Right.
Well, that includes gamers. I guess what I'm getting at, right? Because don't you think esports is like the closest thing to NASCAR in the fact that you don't actually move?
In terms of what you call a sport, yeah.
Yeah, because you're not actually like running or jumping, right? So I just think wouldn't it make more sense for like them to support each other mutually? And if you say NASCAR isn't a sport, aren't you saying like League of Legends or whatever isn't a sport? Aren't you like hurting your own interests, fan base?
I would compare esports closer to chess, though.
But isn't chess like kind of an esport, at least currently?
Because people play it online or whatever.
I guess now you could classify it as an esport. Yeah.
Right.
Huh.
You don't think chess is like as looked down upon as NASCAR, right?
I think it's looked down upon when you call it a sport.
I guess.
Yeah, but NASCAR, I see it, but people also kind of say that for like horseback riding, where the horse is doing the majority of the work. But you do require certain muscles for horseback riding.
And don't you have to control a freaking horse, dude?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's what's interesting. Like, what kind of physical sort of conditioning does something like NASCAR require, if any?
Reflexes.
Reflexes, right?
Yeah.
Well, also,
reflexes.
Don't you think you're going really fast? You have to like. Don't you think you have to brace or something?
I guess you must you must require some kind of core strength, right? Because you're like turning really sharply and stuff like that. So like to avoid your to keep your body from just going everywhere. You must have some kind of strength.
Plus,
to
just
your
the
core, I
fact that
believe.
you could
Probably.
actually die instantly is crazy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That I don't know. That was just a thought I had. It wasn't like super fleshed out. But do you want to tell your stupid farting story now, Daniel?
So this was when so there was Matthew.
What do you want from me?
April 2019, right? Worcester. Help me out here, dude.
Okay. Do you remember? Were you there when Daniel was visiting Alex? Do you remember this? I don't remember.
Alex wasn't there. But yes. April in Worcester, April 2019 in Worcester. Right? It started raining a lot, like at 3:30 in the morning or
Yeah,
whatever.
there was like thunder. Didn't you wake up first?
Right. Yes, thank you, dude. Because when your bladder is full, you kind of have to go to the bathroom, right? You would all agree.
Yeah.
So of course.
What else was there to do?
Of course. And so Matthew's room is of course right next to the bathroom at 70 Downing. So Matthew must have heard me in the bathroom, and I guess Matthew must have also woken up in the storm because it was like raining really hard and it was really loud in the house and like on the walls.
Yeah. I think wasn't there like a really loud one?
Yeah, right. So Matthew must have Matthew was woken up, and I guess he must have felt someone in the bathroom, right? He must have like heard the activity. So he texted me saying something like, he just texted me randomly, like at 3:40 in the morning or whatever. He just texted me saying shit. So
what else do you say in that situation?
So back at the couch, right, trying to sleep, and my response was just, "Can't stop farting. Sorry." And then Matt didn't reply at all, right? And then I guess we just both went back to sleep, and that was the last message that Matt got until like 8 in the morning or whenever.
And I remember that I had sent a message, right? But then I woke up and I was like, "What the hell are we talking about?"
Can't stop farting. So I don't know. It's just a really fucking story, really fucking funny story, I think. There's also news that fucking Robot Chicken was renewed for like a fucking 10th season or something.
It's going?
Can you believe that?
Oh my god, that's.
I haven't seen it.
You've never seen Robot Chicken at all, dude?
No,
Ever?
I've never.
What the fuck?
No, I finished Rick and Morty though. That was nice.
What do you think?
Yeah, you liked the last season.
I liked half of it.
Which half?
The second half.
What did you dislike about the first half?
I thought it was like pretty like generic, and they didn't really do much.
I guess now that you say it, I'm like, what did happen in the first half?
You don't even remember?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, what episodes were those?
Yeah.
Was it the one with the face octopus? I mean, we don't have to get into specifics, but where they like get brain controlled by the face octopi?
That was season 2.
Do you mean second half?
I mean the second
Yeah.
half. Sorry. Yeah, that was the second half. Yeah, but nothing really happened in the first half. Only I think the last episode of the first half I liked, because I think that's where like Rick has his, like, you see his private toilet.
What wasn't that season? The season before? Am I crazy?
I don't know actually. Yeah, you might be right. But like that's a point. Like you don't know what happened in season, like the first part of that season.
Right. If it like all blends together, then it's probably not that good, right?
There was nothing like really iconic about it. It's just, and nothing really happened. So that I like the second part of that better.
Yeah. Didn't you think like the last episode felt disconnected from everything else? Like the plot just kind of rushed in at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think Beth should have come back. I like not knowing. Well, you still don't know, but I wish like we didn't know what happened to her.
Yeah, or maybe it could have been cool. It might be cool if like they have that whatever she's doing, right? But it doesn't involve the other characters. It's like you remember the Morty Citadel episode?
Yeah, like so like kind of like a background Easter egg kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like why not just go for something not related to the main plot because it's all episodic anyways.
Yeah.
Dude, my coworkers are still in their meeting, dude.
Do you want to elaborate? Because that wasn't on recording, I don't think.
Sorry. So we were scheduled to have this like little social, I guess, gathering, but the issue is that there we haven't been able to spend a lot of time together, like me and my coworkers, because uh okay, let me think about this, because we all work remotely, right? Like everyone works from home at the company, and not only does everyone work from home, but like our staff is scattered all over Central America. So we just haven't spent a lot of time together, especially me, because fuck, Matthew, help me out here.
But so, how long have you spent with these people? I guess.
Right, exactly. It's been, it's only been like a year, right? So we haven't spent a lot of time together. And so everyone is in this meeting and everyone's talking to each other, but there's just not a lot for me to say because, you know what I mean? I haven't, damn it. There's not a lot of camaraderie with them on my part yet, just because the amount of time that I've been here and the amount of time that I've actually been able to spend with them. We don't really know each other that well, so.
Honestly, who can blame you?
Right. Yeah. But, the Teams app just randomly popped up on my computer and the meeting is still going. Like you can go into like the group chat and they're still sending messages and people are saying like, yeah, I'll be right back and whatever.
What are they talking about? Just like stories or?
Isn't it? It's video though, right?
It's a video chat. Yeah.
Why are they typing?
Probably because one of them like left and so maybe they just wanted to know if like the meeting was still going on and someone typed, yes, it is. And they just said like, oh, cool, I'll join in soon again.
Okay.
You can definitely like type chat and like be on video both at the same time. So it's just surprising because this meeting started at like 3:15 and they're still fucking going.
Really?
Yeah.
And was it all for fun or was there business at the beginning and then it
no,
transitioned?
Not a lot. I mean, no, not really. So the idea was to give our coworkers, so the consulting team, which so the consulting team, right? We planned this meeting to give the sales team, which we work very closely with, little certificates for participating in like a little training that we gave them earlier
nice,
during quarantine, like like in April or whatever. And so, but it was always supposed to be like more informal and just kind of casual. So we had like a little PowerPoint presentation with some music and like superlatives and people dressed up. I was wearing my Real España the Real España jersey, right? And then there was a background with the Real España when they last won like a big championship earlier this year.
Wait, are the other people there supportive of your team choice?
Well, no, but the idea was just to kind of dress up, and like to have like a theme going on. And so it's and then, yeah, that was kind of it. Have some music. People brought like their drinks. People were having like beer and whatever. It's just interesting that there's just still fucking going on.
Yeah, how could you talk to your coworkers for that long?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I guess what else is there to do in quarantine?
Right. You could record Dialogue Tree, man. You can record the new episode of Dialogue Tree.
I've had like quarantine Zoom birthday parties. They'll only go on. I mean, it's nice, it's cute, but it's like all you can do to like celebrate that person's birthday, right?
Right.
Yeah, right. That counts, isn't it?
Yeah. And you're like showing your support, and it's like cool that like some people would pop in from like New York or like Texas and Montana. So like people that normally wouldn't be able to take part in the birthday were able to.
Right. They just probably would not be able to participate at all. But like now, since everyone is just doing Zoom, you can just invite anyone who is anywhere.
Yeah.
So that is interesting. You're right.
Yeah, but it was mostly just we'd have our drinks, we'd talk, play some drinking games, and it was like 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah.
You guys have anything else on the brain before we start wrapping things up?
I just want what is do you watch Robot Chicken, Matthew?
Do I look like a man who doesn't watch Robot Chicken?
No, you're right. What's your favorite skit? If you could say you had a favorite skit.
I think I just need a bit of time to think about it because it's been so long since I've seen it, right?
Okay, so there's definitely one that's very very memorable for me that me and my friends watched when we were little, because Adult Swim was kind of a thing for a hot second here in the Latin American Cartoon Network. I don't know if Alex Ha remembers any of this. I don't know where you were, but so when my friends when me and my friends were in like I don't know, like the fourth or fifth grade was when they tried to make Adult Swim a thing in the Cartoon Network that we got here. And Robot Chicken was one of the shows that they would play. So it's been running for that long, right? That must have been like 2004, 2005. There was this one skit that will just forever be memorable to me because we were watching it here at the house. We were having like a sleepover or whatever. We were watching it here at the house and we just fucking died laughing watching it. And it's like a Donkey Kong kind of parody. Donkey Kong, like the original arcade game, right? So you have like Donkey Kong throwing barrels at like Mario and whatever. But then out of nowhere come these fucking like Halo soldiers, Master, what's his name?
Master Chief.
Master Chief looking motherfuckers, and they just come into like the classic Donkey Kong game and they just like start murdering and blowing shit up, and it's just fucking funny, man. Maybe it's not as funny anymore, but it was definitely very funny back then. And it's just, if there is one Robot Chicken skit that has stuck with me, it's definitely that one. Unsure that I fuck. Matthew, help me out here.
To answer your question, this is not a skit, but this episode sticks out. You remember the Star Wars one?
No, dude. No.
You don't remember the Star Wars one?
It's cause no, I don't remember it.
Okay. Well, Alex has never seen. You've never seen it, right, Alex?
Me neither. Me neither.
behind.
That's what I'm. Fuck. Me neither.
No, you've never seen Robot Chicken, not the Star Wars one in particular. I mean, you've never seen Robot Chicken. Are you familiar with what it is at all, Alex?
Oh, Robot
No.
Chicken. Okay.
No, I've never seen Robot Chicken.
Do you know anything about it? Do you know what it looks like?
Isn't that what I asked him?
Unsure. Sorry. It could be.
Do you want to get off this topic?
Not necessarily. I mean, if you had something to say.
Does it seem like I have more to say about it?
No, you're right. God damn it, man.
Alex, did you have anything else you want to do?
No, I'm. This is like my first time hearing of Robot Chicken.
What? I don't. No, fuck. There's no way this is your first time listening.
Do you have anything? You can forget about the show. Just anything before the episode wraps up that you wanted to include. Anything you've been thinking about, or what?
No, not really. I'm.
Come on, Alex. You gotta have something to say, dude.
Man, I just really miss you guys. You know,
That's so sweet.
That's cute, isn't it?
Sweet. Oh yeah.
like honestly, Worcester was a really good time.
Yeah, right.
It was great.
Yeah.
Like having, and 70 Downing was awesome too. Just having everyone there, and you guys stealing like my spoons and forks.
They stole your spoons and forks?
You remember that?
Oh, dude.
My mom had like an extra pair of like cutlery that
They were like green, right?
Yeah, green that she kind of forgot about. So I took all of them with me to college in Worcester. And so we had like almost 10 spoons, 10 like forks, something like that. And somehow in the middle of the week, we don't have any. There aren't any in the dishwasher. And they're all in like Matt's apartment.
Okay, but what wasn't it? Wasn't it because didn't Spencer go upstairs, eat like rice, like wouldn't he eat rice and use the silverware and then take it down with him? Isn't that what it was?
I think it was something like that, yeah.
He would always also forget his stupid fucking tea mugs at the third floor of 70 Downing. He would come and hang out and he would bring his tea mug downstairs.
He would do
and he
that,
would just always leave the mug at the third floor, yeah.
I remember playing like modded Wii games, like we were playing. What were we playing?
That was fucking funny. We played a lot of Mario Party.
We played Time Splitters, didn't we?
Time Splitters, a lot of Time Splitters too. Yeah, we tried to build that stage that one time, then it glitched out, and then we just never finished.
Oh shit, dude! Alex Ha, what have we learned today?
Oh god, I guess I learned about Robot Chicken. I gotta watch an episode.
Dude, look up. I'll actually send that skit to the group. Fuck. The skit will be in the Discord group chat.
You're sending it right now.
Yes.
Do you know what you've learned today while you're doing that?
What did we learn today? We about El Salvador's president, about how he's like really intense.
Oh, you weren't like somewhat aware of it?
I mean, fuck. Yes, but not to the extent to which Alex like talked about it. You know how there's like a whole The Economist the Economist fucking article about him and stuff. Unaware of that.
Right. I hadn't heard much about it either because America, like, it's just insulated, right?
Right. Matthew Peterson, what did you learn today?
Damn. I was gonna. You stole mine, didn't you?
Oh, sorry, dude. Unintentional. That was completely unintentional.
Yeah. Can you give me a second?
No, dude. It has to be right the fuck now.
Oh man. I guess I learned. Isn't it so weird that it's so weird that Daniel thought he was gonna lose a foot? Isn't that fucking crazy?
You know that fuck.
Alex, I have one last thing to ask you. Have you noticed anything weird this episode?
I was gonna ask if this was like a skit where Daniel has to like pretend he has like Tourette's or something.
You're like 10% right. Do you want to give it another guess?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you guys were trying to get me to ask something or say something.
No, but you do have like the sense that we were talking weird, which isn't good.
Yeah, but I don't know why.
So I've just given up now. I was only asking questions the entire time, and Daniel was avoiding using the word "I," which is why he kept like, freaking out whenever he was about to say it.
It's so goddamn hard, dude. Wow. Have you tried that shit ever?
No,
like,
I just picked them out of the blue. I didn't know if they were comparable or what.
I had no idea it was going to be so I mean, I don't know about asking questions. It could have been just as hard, but for me...
I think I was doing okay. There were just a few moments where it's like, it's time for you to talk in the conversation and you don't have
Yeah. It's just so much harder to like talk about things from your perspective. Of course, if you can't use the fucking... I pronoun.
Yeah.
Goddamn hard.
I felt like Daniel was like drunk or like he had some kind of like stroke or something.
Well, we weren't totally busted, I guess. Yeah. Did you think I was talking weird at all? Because I felt like I was.
No, I didn't get it so much from you.
Yeah, I think you sounded very passable, dude.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I did mess up a few times.
I messed up
think it was Yeah, I think it was also Daniel just like repeatedly saying "fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, man.
I appreciate that you were so into it that you were like mad when you messed it up.
Yeah, I wanted to be good. I wanted to be. It was like a challenge that I wanted to be good at.
it was fun.
Hard. Yeah. It was a good time.
Alex, thank you for your time being here. We do miss you. I can say it now. I didn't know how to phrase that as a question.
We miss you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We fucking miss you, dog. Of course we do.
Yeah,
dude. We need to play some fucking Rocket League sometime, dog.
Yeah, dude. Alex and I play Rocket League with Nick I guess most Saturdays now. So if you want to play, we could schedule sometime.
Yeah, maybe we could do twos because playing fours on a team is kind of fucking weird. So we could do 2v2.
2v2.
Yeah, or like 3v1 because Nick is kind of
Nick's
really
a guy. I don't think Nick's that much better.
Yeah.
Just demo him.
There's still probably a challenge that you'd be interested in taking on, though.
No, he would do it. Nick one time challenged me to a 1v1, but he couldn't leave his side of the half, and he got destroyed, but he wanted to win. He did. He challenged me to it.
He beat me in that challenge.
Unlucky. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for being here, Alex. It was a great time.
No problem, guys. Anytime.
Hope you enjoyed it.
All right.
Peace out, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see you tomorrow, Alex.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, have a good one, guys.
Yeah, dude.